more than skin deep. The emotional and intimate power of breast sensitivity. Breasts have long been considered a symbol of femininity, nurturing, sensuality, and emotional depth. Across cultures, history, and individual experiences, they hold a powerful duality, simultaneously biological and symbolic, physical and emotional. Far beyond their physiological function, breasts play an integral role in human connection, especially in the realm of emotional intimacy and sensual bonding. To truly understand the complexity of breasts and the role they play in emotional and physical intimacy, we must look beyond their anatomy. Their sensitivity is not incidental. It is deeply intentional from an evolutionary and psychological perspective. It connects body and mind, transforming simple touch into a profound emotional experience. Breasts are not just physical features. They are touchpoints for vulnerability, trust, pleasure, bonding, and love. 1. The neurology of sensation. Why breasts feel so much? Breasts are densely packed with nerve endings, particularly the nipples and areolae, which are highly sensitive to touch, temperature, and pressure. Studies show that stimulation of the nipples activates the same brain areas as stimulation of the clitoris, vagina, or cervix. The somatosensory cortex processes these sensations and sends signals that can result in heightened physical arousal and emotional responsiveness. But why are breasts so neurologically rich? One reason is their evolutionary role in bonding. In infancy, the breast is the source of nourishment, comfort, and the first form of physical closeness with a caregiver. As we mature, breasts often retain their psychological and emotional associations, becoming powerful tools of connection in adult relationships. The sensitivity of the breasts isn't simply about eroticism, it's about communication. A touch, kiss, or gentle caress to the breast can feel incredibly personal and deeply intimate. It speaks in a language that words often fail to capture, a language of closeness, trust, and affection. 2. Emotional activation through touch. The act of touching a breast, especially with care and consent, transcends physical sensation. It activates the brain's limbic system, home of emotion, memory, and connection. Oxytocin, often called the love hormone, is released in response to touch, including nipple stimulation. dismissed as merely physical. It is layered, complex, and deeply human. It is about the mind as much as the body. It is about bonding as much as desire. 6. Breasts in relationship dynamics. In committed relationships, the way partners engage with each other's bodies often reflects the state of their emotional connection. When breast touch is present, whether in sexual contexts or not, it can be a powerful tool for reinforcing intimacy. Some couples use breast touch as a way to stay emotionally connected, even outside of sex. Gentle stroking during a movie, cuddling in bed, or holding each other close with a hand placed over the chest. These are acts that build a sense of security and togetherness. This kind of touch says, "You're important to me." It communicates non-verbally in ways that words often cannot. Especially in long-term relationships, where routines and responsibilities can overshadow romance, the simple act of holding one another close, chest to chest, can reignite the emotional spark. Conversely, the absence of this kind of touch can sometimes signal emotional distance. When partners no longer engage in affectionate, nurturing touch, it may reflect deeper disconnection. Thus, breasts can also serve as emotional barometers within a relationship. 7. Healing power of nurturing touch. Touch can heal, not just physically but emotionally. This is especially true for breast touch in a loving context. For people who have experienced trauma, rejection, or body image issues, breast touch, when done with compassion, can help rewire associations of shame or discomfort into those of acceptance and love. Reclaiming the body through positive, nurturing touch can be a powerful part of healing. In safe, consensual relationships, partners can use gentle breast touch to affirm each other's worth, beauty, and wholeness. It becomes a way of saying, "You are enough, you are safe, you are loved." This kind of healing doesn't happen overnight. It requires patience, trust, and emotional availability. But over time, the breast, which may have once felt like a site of shame or insecurity, can become a source of empowerment, pleasure, and pride. 8. Beyond gender and identity. While breasts are often discussed in the context of cisgender women, it's important to acknowledge that people of all genders may have breasts and may experience sensitivity, arousal, and emotional connection through breast touch. Trans women, non-binary people, and even some cis men may experience their chests as emotionally significant areas of the body. For trans individuals in particular, gender-affirming hormone therapy or surgery can shift how they experience breast touch, sometimes opening up new pathways of sensation and self-love. It is crucial to recognize that breast sensitivity and emotional connection are not limited by gender. The heart of the matter is human experience, how we feel, how we bond, and how we touch. Every person deserves the opportunity to feel seen, loved, and connected through their body. 9. Emotional bonding, a two-way experience. While we focused on how breast touch affects the receiver, it's also worth noting that the one giving touch may also experience profound emotional bonding. To hold, kiss, or caressing a partner's breast can be an incredibly intimate act, one that fosters tenderness, admiration, and deep emotional resonance. In this way, breast touch is not one-sided. It is a reciprocal experience. Each person, in their way, opens themselves up to vulnerability and connection. Each person participates in the creation of emotional safety and intimacy. This is what makes breast sensitivity such a unique and powerful channel for love. It's not just about what we feel when touched, but what we share in that moment of closeness. It's about saying yes to each other in body, mind, and heart. Conclusion: the merging of mind, body, and emotion. Breasts are far more than physical structures. They are symbols, emotional centers, and vessels for human connection. Their sensitivity is not a random feature. It is a deeply embedded design of nature, created to foster closeness, trust, and love. When touched with care, breasts become pathways to emotional awakening. They invite us into deeper intimacy, into vulnerability, into affection. They remind us that arousal is not just physical. It is emotional, psychological, and deeply human. Whether in a tender embrace, a passionate kiss, or a simple moment of closeness, breast touch speaks the language of the heart. It invites us to merge, not just flesh to flesh, but soul to soul. And in that merging, we find one of the most profound gifts of human connection: the experience of being truly known, seen, and cherished.